Are you looking for a school that nurtures your child's academic, spiritual, and personal growth? Andalusia Academy International School, where your child's future is our priority. We offer comprehensive education levels, kindergarten, Pearson I Primary Certificate, secondary and Pearson IGCSE certificates.
We are a school that emphasizes in the Deen and Dunya. It's integrated in that on the side of Islamic studies, we have Quran, we have Hadith, we have Arabic. And then of course in the secular side, we have all the subjects.
We focus on student-centered learning, where we engage our students in different levels. Other than that, we have very innovative teachers who help to cultivate creative thinking, problem solving, which are very, very key skills in our learners, not only in school, but also for their future.
Hello everyone, my name is Aisha Mohammed and I'm a student under Andalusia International School. I've been here for the past 5 years and I'm in year 11 right now, and my experience in this school so far has been amazing.
Admissions are available. Visit us today. We are located in Nairobi, South Sea, Andalusia Academy International School, where your child's future is our priority.
Good afternoon, learners. Welcome to Smart Learning at Andalusia Academy on HorizonTV. I'm your teacher of mathematics, Graniga Passing. Last session we looked at equations of a straight line, how to get the gradient, how to get the midpoint, how to get the length of the line segment, how to get equation, how to get the equation of parallel lines and perpendicular lines. In today's session, we'll go through some questions which are normally asked in the exam so that you are able to comprehend and solve questions on your own. Today I have a sample of questions which I'll take you through, but it is always good for you to pause the video and try it on your own. So let's go to the first question. If you look at this question, it says that A, find an equation of line joining point A with the coordinate 7, 4, and B with the coordinates 2, 0, giving your answer in the standard form, which is AX plus BY plus C equals to 0, where A, B, and C are integers. This question is testing two things. One, you must know how to get the equation of the gradient of the line. And then two, then you should be able to find the equation in a standard form. So the first thing we have to do here is to find the gradient of the line segment AB. So the points are 7, 4, and 2, 0. So our point A is 7, 4, and B is 2, 0. If you can remember, I told you the easiest way to do is to say, let this one be x1, this one is y1, x2, and y2. Now to get the gradient, you need to get the change in y over the change in x. So our m is equals to y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So what we need to do now is to just substitute in these values. Our y2 will be 0, minus y1 is 4, over our x2 is 2, minus x1 is 7. So we are going to get negative 4 over negative 5. And when you divide two negative numbers, you get a positive number, which becomes 4 over 5. Now, we can use the different methods I showed you of how to get the equation of a straight line. What we need to do here is, we can say, okay, using the standard method, let's say there is another point here, P, which has coordinates x, y. Remember I told you that the gradient of a straight line along the line will always remain the same. So I could use any one of these 2 points to get the same gradient. So I'm going to use B, which is 2, 0. So now, my gradient is 4, 5. How do I get it? I'll say y minus 0 over x minus 2 should give me 4 over 5. Then I can cross multiply by x minus 2 on both sides. This is what I'm going to get. I will have y minus 0 on one side equals to 4 over 5 x minus 2. Now, if I I multiply by the 4 over 5, I'll get y equals to 4 over 5 x minus 8 over 5. That will have been our equation in the form of y equals to mx plus c. So, but they want it in the form of ax plus by plus c equals to 0. This simply means that remove the denominator. So I'm going to multiply everything by 5 so that I remove the denominator, then rearrange later on. So if I multiply everything here by 5, I'll get 5y equals to 4x minus 8. So I need to rearrange in this form. So I bring everything to the other side. I'll get 5y minus 4x plus 8 equals to 0. So that's the first way of solving that problem. Get the gradient, get the equation. First, you'll find in the form of y equals to mx plus c, and then later on, you can remove the denominator and get your equation in the form of ax plus by plus c equals to 0, which is the standard form. I hope that one is very clear. Let's go to the second part of the question. The second part says, find the length of AB, leaving your answer in sad form. The other way which the examiner can ask you is, find the exact value of the line AB, the length of AB. When they tell you the exact value, it means that you are going to get an irrational number, which you cannot, if you use your calculator, I know most of you are very good at using your calculators, you are going to get an approximation, and that means you are going to miss a mark. When they tell you exact value, there are certain things you have to leave either in sad form or as they are. One of them is pi. So let's look at find the length of AB, leaving your answer in sad form. Let's go back to our question. We have already coordinates 7, 4, and 2, 0. Now let's draw that line segment. This one is 2, 0, and 7, 4. If you remember clearly, we are going to use Pythagoras theorem, but I'm going to simplify it. So if I join this, this is my B, this is my A, so my line segment BA, if you remember, will be the square root of x2 minus x1 squared plus y2 minus y1 squared. My x2 minus x1 is just the length of our movement from 2 to 7. And my y2 minus my 1 is the movement from 0 to 4. That's all what we need. Then let's substitute in the values. So our x2 is 7 minus 2 will be 5. So I will have here 5 squared plus. Now we are going from 0 to 4, which will be 4 squared. So when I square 5, I'll get 25. Plus, when I square 4, I'll get 16. So when I add these two, my 25 plus 16 will give me 41. Now, they want the exact length of B or AB, so leave it like that. If you go to your calculator, you'll get an approximation. So your answer will be root of 41. Now, that is clear. Let's try to go to the next question. Now, the point C has coordinates 2t, where t is greater than 0. And you are told that AC equals to AB. Find the value of t. And later on, we are supposed to find the area of triangle ABC. So we are going to do that question and finish it. So we go back. So let's look at what they have given us. Now, I'm going to try and put my B here. Our B is 20 and 74. Now, we are told that C has coordinates 2t. One thing which you should see immediately is that t should be above B. Why? Because the x-coordinate is the same as the x-coordinate of our point B. So I can draw a line here. Let me extend it a bit. Sorry. So this one will be my point C with coordinates 2t. Now, they also gave us another information that our AB is equals to AC. So if I join these 2 points, one thing you must look at here is that we have an isosceles triangle, because this line segment is exactly equals to that line segment. And one of the properties of the isosceles triangle is that these legs are the same, which we already got, and the base angles are the same. But also, more importantly, an isosceles triangle will have one line of symmetry. So what is a line of symmetry? It's a line which divides the shape into 2 equal parts, which means I can bisect. So let's put this point X. X will be midway between B and C. So if you remember what I told you, to get the midpoint of a line segment, your x coordinate is given by x1 plus x2 over 2, and your y will be y1 plus y2 over 2. But we are lucky here because 2 plus 2 divided by 2 will be the same thing, which means we already have the x coordinate of our midpoint. So what we need is the y coordinate. Remember, here my y value is 4 already, because we have our point A, 7, 4, and the line bisecting will pass through A. So which means we only need to say that t plus 0 over 2 equals to 4. So our t equals to 8. That was a little easy. So that's how to get the midpoint. So then they say we should get now area of this triangle. Now remember, the area of a triangle is a half length times height. Now we are lucky that we can form 2 right angle triangles here, because this one is a perpendicular bisector, so this one will be 90 degrees. Now what we need to do here is to get the height and the base. Remember, our base will be from here up to here. So from 2 to 8 will be 8 minus 2 will be 6 units. So our length here is 6 units. What about the vertical height? You can see I'm moving from this point to that point. Here I have 2. I'm going on a straight line to 4, which means my vertical height will be 4 minus 2. So let's have this one's our L is going to be equals to 8 minus 6, minus 2, which we got 6, and our H, which is going to be our height, will be 4 minus 2, which is 2. Now we can apply equation of getting the area of the triangle, which is going to be equals to a half. Length is 6 times 2. This one will go. We have 6 square units. We say 6 square units because they have not told us whether this one is in meters or in centimeters or whatever it is. Just you put 6 square units. And that is the end of our question 1. So let's go to question 2. Now we have a shape here. You have point C. We can label this one as our A and this one is our B. We have coordinates of our point B, 8, 2, and coordinates of our point A is 6, 7, and C sort of is an intercept because it cuts the line y-axis or x equals to 0 at point C. Let's look at what the question says. The points A and B have coordinates 6, 7, and 8, 2 respectively. The line L passes through point A and is perpendicular to the line AB as shown in the figure 1. Find an equation of the line L in the form of AX plus BY plus C equals to 0. I am sure now you are able to do that part. We might need it because we'll need to have the point of intersection. Because they said, given that L intersects the y-axis at point C, which means we need to get the coordinates of C when x is 0, find the coordinates of C. Now, let me have these points 6, 7, and 8, 2. So you have our point 6, 7, and 8, 2. Quickly, let's get the gradient, which will be 2 minus 7 over 8 minus 6, which will be negative 5 over 4. It will be negative because I told you if the line is slanting this way, the gradient will be positive. But if it is going this way, the gradient will be negative. So let's get the equation of this line quickly. We are going to use this one here. Y is 2, so we are going to have... Now let's use the second method, where we want to find the form of y equals to mx plus c because we're going to get the what? The y-intercept, which is our c. So we are going to say, therefore, if the equation of the line passes through here, this point must satisfy that equation. So we are going to say 2 equals to, our gradient is minus 5 over 4 multiplied by 8 plus c. So I want to find my value of c. So I cross multiply. What I will get here is 2 equals to minus 4 and 8 can go. So what I will have here is minus 10 plus c. Now I take this negative 10 to the other side, it becomes positive, so I will have 2 plus 10 equals to c, and therefore my c equals to 12. So I can write the equation, which will be y equals to minus 5 over 4x plus 12. So let's cross multiply everything by 4. I'll get 4y equals to minus 5x plus 48. Bring everything, 4y plus 5x minus 48 equals to 0. Now we need to get the coordinates of the what? Y-intercept. Now you can see from here, my x will be 0 because along the y-axis, x value is always 0. So what I'll do here is my 4y minus 48 equals to 0. So my 4y equals to 48. Divide by 4, my y equals to 12. So the coordinates of C will be 0, 12. So that gives us part of our first part of the question. Let's go to the second part. We have already found the equation, and they said, given that L intersects this, we have already got that one. The area of, we are supposed to find the area of OCB where O is the origin. OCB where O is the origin. So let's go back. We already have our coordinates of C. We already have our coordinates of B. Remember, our B is what? 8, 2. So let's have that triangle. Here I have 0, 12. Then I have 8, 2 will be somewhere here. Let's say 8, 2. And I'll have 0, 0. So I have this, I have that, and then I have that. Now, remember this one is the origin. So we have C, O, B. Now, from here up to here is 12. How do we get the area? We need to find out whether two of these lines are perpendicular or not. If we can get they are perpendicular, then we'll be able to know that one is a right angle triangle. But of course, we can see that this one will be a straight line, but we are not sure whether this one will be what? A right angle or not. Because if it's not a right angle, we'll have to use a different method. Remember, this is, sorry, let me write properly. So, how do we get the length here? First, let's try to use the gradient so that we see whether they are perpendicular. So the gradient here will be easy. It will be 2 over 8, which will be a quarter. Now, let's try to get the gradient here. The gradient here will be 12. Remember, our y is 12, and here is 2. So it will be, we can say 2 minus 12 over 8. This will be what? 10 over 8, which is 5 over 4. So in this case, these are not perpendicular. I'm going to show you a simple way of how to do it. Let us complete the rectangle. Now, if I complete this rectangle here, like that, I'm going to get, you see, this will be a right angle triangle. So if I can get, and also this one will be a right angle triangle. If I can get the area of the rectangle and subtract the area of the two triangles, I will have got the area of the shape I need. So that will be very easy. So from here up to here will be 10, because we are moving from 2 to 12, it will be 10. And of course from here up to here will be 8. So the area of this triangle alone will be a half times 8 times 10, which will be 40. Now, we have the small triangle here. Let's call this one P, this is Q. What we need is R. So, to get the area of this one here, our length again is still, we shall have a half times 8, but the height is 2. So this one will be 8. So the area of the two triangles will be, you sum that becomes 48. Now, what about the area of the big rectangle? Remember, I have from here up to here is 8, and from here up to here is 12. So area of the rectangle here is, I have 8, 12, which will be 12 times 8, because area of the rectangle is length times width, which will be 8 times 12 is what? 96. All right? So once we have our 96 now, we can get the area of R, which will be the difference between 96 and 48. So area of triangle OCB is going to be equal to 96 minus 48. And we are lucky it is half whatever it is, which will be 48 square units. That's how you complete your part 2 of our lesson today. So one thing you must have learned is we are trying to have a review of how to get the gradient. I'm sure you are well aware of that. How to get the midpoint, how to get the length of a line segment, how to get equation of a line, either in the standard form or in the form of y equals to mx plus c. Then after that, we can use, the good thing here is that you must know how to use the gradient of lines which are parallel and lines which are perpendicular. But you must also be able to have some idea of properties of some shapes. For example, if you didn't know that an isosceles triangle has one line of symmetry, it will be difficult for you to be able to solve the other question. Number 2, when you get questions like this, it's good to remember that you have your shape which is not a right angle triangle. I know there are other formulas which you are going to use, but the easiest one to do here is try to make a shape that you are able to find the area quickly, and then subtract the areas of what you can get from the total. And that way you'll make all your calculations easy. This has been our final episode on equations of a straight line. I'm glad you joined me in this one. And please, for more information, you can always contact us through HorizonTV, or you can contact us through Andalusia Academy. Welcome, and thank you for listening to me.
Are you looking for a school that nurtures your child's academic, spiritual, and personal growth? Andalusia Academy International School, where your child's future is our priority. We offer comprehensive education levels, kindergarten, Pearson I Primary Certificate, secondary and Pearson IGCSE certificates.
We are a school that emphasizes in the deen and dunya. It's integrated in that on the side of Islamic studies, we have Quran, we have Hadith, we have Arabic. And then, of course, in the secular side, we have all the subjects.
We focus on student-centered learning, where we engage our students in different levels. Other than that, we have very innovative teachers who help to cultivate creative thinking, problem solving, which are very, very key skills in our learners, not only in school, but also for their future.
Hello everyone, my name is Aisha Muhammad and I'm a student under Andalusia International School. I've been here for the past 5 years and I'm in year 11 right now, and my experience in this school so far has been amazing.
Admissions are available. Visit us today. We are located in Nairobi, South Sea. Andalusia Academy International School, where your child's future